Once the energy is moved, you're going to feel pretty blessed in that moment. In fact,
so we can transfer guilt, shame, insecurities into bliss.
Oh my God, yeah, we do it all the time.
Momentarily.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we do it all the time. And the amazing thing is that rush of energy that's moving into the brain is changing the brain's physiology and producing that field. And now you have energy to heal. Now the body is a magnet again. And it's as the energy moves up the spinal cord and it starts passing through those spinal nerves, and there's a lot of dynamics going on the body. That energy that was once stored in that one of those energy centers that's released is energy to heal, energy to create a new future. You're replenishing your field, and now the body becomes more of a magnet instead of an inert piece of metal with no charge, right? So the person then who's reacting to whatever person or circumstance in their life, the stronger the emotion that they feel towards politics, towards the traffic, towards their girlfriend,
social
towards their
media,
ex, whatever, the more they're paying attention to it. But where you place your attention is where you place your energy. So we also know that when...
It's hard to create from a place of putting attention towards negative energy.
Well, you're not creating. What you're doing is you're tying up your vital life force. You're giving your power away to that person or that circumstance that you could be using to create a new life with. So when a person's sitting in their meditation, and I love doing this, we just had an event in Marco Island. I'm gonna take people further than where they normally go. I know they're gonna go, oh, well, I'm done with my meditation. No, you're not done. We're gonna take you to that point where that feeling is so in your face and you can't turn on your cell phone. You can't get up and walk away because 1,000 people are not getting up and walking away and you're part of the community. You're sitting in the fire and you have one of two choices. You can let that brain run on programs and hardwired patterns, and the arousal will drive your brain further out of balance, or you'll practice the formula. And as you lower the volume to that emotion, you're going to take your attention off that person or problem. Guess what? Here comes energy back to you. You're taking your power back.
Making changes can be tough because when you decide to do something different, it might feel uncomfortable and unfamiliar. There might be uncertainty and you're stepping into the unknown. Your body, which is used to the familiar and known, might resist the change because it prefers the same suffering, pain, and feelings of unworthiness that it's been used to for a long time. When you try to step into the unknown, your body might resist, and your mind starts giving you excuses and reasons to stick to the familiar. It might say things like, start tomorrow, or today isn't the right day, or just have a piece of cake. It tries to convince you that the change is not worth it and that you should go back to the old ways. If you believe and surrender to these thoughts, your brain follows old circuits, leading to the same choices and behaviors. There's a battle between the old and new self. Changing from the old to the new self involves a neurological, biological, hormonal, or genetic transformation, like a death of the old self. Every thought you have triggers a biochemical reaction in your brain, releasing chemicals that influence how you feel. Positive thoughts create joyful feelings, while negative thoughts produce feelings of anger or unworthiness. This cycle continues, and your body and mind are in a constant loop of influencing each other. For example, if you often think about not being good enough, your brain releases chemicals that make you feel insecure. Feeling insecure then leads to more thoughts of insecurity, creating a cycle that determines your overall state of being. So making changes involves breaking this cycle and stepping into the unknown, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. So, the cycle keeps going. If this person continues to have the same thoughts and feelings year after year, this creates a loop between her brain and body, leading to a constant state of feeling insecure. The more we stick to the same thoughts, the more our body gets used to feeling the same way. Our thoughts physically change us, and depending on what we think and feel, we shape our state of being. The way we think directly impacts our health, the choices we make, and our overall quality of life. To change this, imagine how a confident and abundant person would think and behave. Write it down, think about it, and practice it in your mind. The brain doesn't know the difference between real experiences and what you imagine. By rehearsing these thoughts, you install the hardware for a new way of thinking. Keep practicing until it becomes a natural part of you. Your brain becomes primed for the future, and your mood, energy, and behavior change. You condition your body emotionally for a new way of thinking. Conscious thoughts, when repeated often, become unconscious thinking. For example, when we learn to drive, we initially need to consciously think about every action. But with practice, it becomes automatic, and we can drive without actively thinking. The same happens with our thoughts. They become automatic programs that affect our behavior and life. Neuroscience explains how these unconscious ways of thinking become our habits, and they affect our lives just like conscious thoughts do. Breaking this cycle requires awareness and effort. Step out of your routine, reflect on your life, become aware of your unconscious thoughts, and observe them without reacting. This way, you can stop the automatic responses that lead to habitual behavior. Inside each of us, there's a level of self-awareness that can watch our thoughts. We need to learn how to separate ourselves from these mental patterns. By doing this, we gain control over our thoughts, breaking apart patterns that have become hardwired in our brains. Since thoughts create chemical reactions in the brain, it makes sense that our thoughts affect our physical body. Changing our internal state not only impacts how we live, but also influences our body. Some people who believed in the power of thoughts and their impact on health saw changes when they consciously changed their thinking. A new attitude can become a new habit, transforming our health. To become abundant, we need to overcome our old personality, which makes up 95% of who we are. However, this process isn't easy. Stepping outside the known into the unknown can be uncomfortable, and the initial discomfort arises because we are breaking away from familiar patterns. We may prefer to hold on to old stories and feelings, even if they involve lack and suffering. Overcoming old thoughts becomes the process of becoming a new person. Many people seek abundance, healing, and new experiences, but what they truly want is wholeness, healing, and peace. Overcoming lack and separation leads to feeling whole and enjoying life fully. Our routine thoughts and feelings maintain the same state of being, leading to the same behaviors and reality. To change our reality, we need to think, feel, and act differently. We must respond to experiences in new ways, creating a new state of mind. By doing this, we emit a different electromagnetic signature, matching potential realities in the field. This alignment pulls us toward those potential realities. It can be frustrating when life seems to bring the same negative outcomes repeatedly. However, as long as we remain the same person with the same electromagnetic signature, we can't expect a new outcome. To change our reality, we must change ourselves. Changing your life involves changing your energy and making a significant shift in your thoughts and emotions. If you want a different outcome, you need to break the habit of being yourself and create a new version of you. Think of your state of being like a laser, powerful and coherent. Coherent signals align, making them stronger, just like your thoughts and feelings. If you've tried to create something but felt conflicted inside, you've likely sent an incoherent message. Your thoughts might aim for wealth, but if you feel poor, it won't work. Thoughts speak to the brain, and feelings communicate with the body. When your mind and body are out of sync, the universe doesn't respond consistently. To change your reality, your thoughts and feelings must align, creating a coherent signal. This signal broadcasts on the invisible airwaves, influencing the field around you. Your creations should surprise and astonish you, catching you off guard. Predictable outcomes mean routine, while unexpected ones show your consciousness connected with a quantum field of intelligence. The joy of the creative process lies in the quantum surprise, something beyond your routine reality. Trying to control outcomes is like going back to Newtonian physics, cause and effect. Instead, change your internal environment, your thoughts and feelings, and observe how the external environment responds. Aim for an unknown future, surrender the details to the unpredictable quantum field, and expect the unexpected. This shift from controlling to allowing is the key to becoming a quantum creator. Let go of the need to recreate past experiences in your future and embrace the unexpected, surrendering, trusting, and letting go. The story we constantly tell ourselves shapes how we see the world. When we face challenges, it often confirms our belief that life is tough and someone or something is causing it. But what if we remove that external factor and erase our past? You'd still have to do something with your present, right? The truth is, we are wired to be creators, but stress hormones can hold us back. Living in constant stress is like living in survival mode, and in survival mode, there's no room for creativity. Most people stuck in stress can't believe in a better future because it doesn't feel like the time to create. People usually start seeking change when they hit rock bottom, realizing there must be a better way. However, why wait for such a low point to make a change? You don't have to learn and change through pain and suffering. You can do it with joy and inspiration. Instead of waiting for rock bottom, you can start observing and changing now. If you wake up each morning with a vision for the future rather than dwelling on past memories, you can be inspired and elevate yourself. You have the power to observe and change your thoughts. It takes effort, but just because you have a thought doesn't mean it's true. Observing and challenging those thoughts can create significant changes in your life. It's like summoning the energy of Gandalf, that determination to make up your mind and create change. Moving beyond your body, environment, and time isn't easy, but it's worthwhile. When you disconnect from the three-dimensional reality, you enter the quantum realm, a space of infinite possibilities. Describing this reality is challenging because it's unlike anything familiar in the physical world. The rules we know don't apply there. The quantum or unified field is an invisible field of energy and information beyond space and time. It governs all the laws of nature, and scientists are continually learning more about it. In my understanding and experience, I believe there's a smart and organized energy that observes all the universes and galaxies, bringing them into order. Some may find this idea unscientific, but I ask them a simple question. What happens after an explosion? Order or disorder? They usually say disorder. So why, after the Big Bang, the most massive explosion, is there so much order created? This intelligence organizes energy and matter, shaping it into a masterpiece. This intelligence is what I call the quantum or unified field. Imagine stripping away everything on Earth, all living beings, plants, and even the planet itself. Now, remove all the stars, planets, and galaxies in the universe. Picture absolute darkness, the void, the zero-point field. It's crucial to remember this because when your consciousness unfolds into the unified field, you'll be in an infinite black space without anything physical. In this realm, there's no sight, sound, smell, touch, or taste. You exist here only as awareness. The quantum is a space where you experience things with your awareness, not your senses. Despite its emptiness, the quantum field is not void. It's filled with infinite energy vibrating beyond our physical world, like invisible waves of energy ready for us to use in creation. So what can we create with this boundless energy? That's up to us. The quantum field is a realm where all possibilities exist, and when we enter it, we exist as consciousness, observing a field of infinite possibilities within an even greater consciousness and energy. In this vast space, there's no physical presence, no people, no objects, and no time. Instead, infinite unknown possibilities exist as energy. If you find yourself thinking about the known in your life, you're back in the three-dimensional reality of space and time. If you spend enough time in the unknown, it can help you create new things in your life. When I mentioned returning to the present moment earlier, I meant stopping yourself from dwelling on the predictable future or reminiscing about the past. Instead, just immerse yourself in this vast space as awareness, letting go of attention on anything material or anyone in this physical reality. If you can do this correctly, you become nothing but awareness. That's the key to reaching the source. Oneness, the journey back. In our daily lives, we often play different roles, like characters in a three-dimensional world or virtual reality. However, if you're stuck in the same emotions every day or find it challenging to face life because you can predict how everything will feel, nothing will change until you change. Many people wait until they hit rock bottom to examine their thoughts, actions, and feelings. But why wait for that? In just 7 days, science shows that significant biological changes can occur, making you feel like you're in a whole new life. Getting over yourself is the challenge. People might say it's too hard, but what they truly mean is they don't believe in it. If you believe in something, you show up for it. If you don't believe in it, you don't believe in yourself or the possibility of change. If you wake up every day with the same mindset, anticipating a future based on your past, you're creating the same patterns in your life. For instance, if you wake up thinking about pain, you'll likely feel it because you expected it. Imagine the shift if you could take your attention off the physical world. By shifting your focus away from your body, people, objects, places, and linear time, you enter a state of no body, no one, no thing, and no time. You disconnect from your identity tied to the physical world and move beyond matter. In this state, you find yourself in the vast blackness of the unified field where nothing material exists. That's what happens when you consistently work on being in the present moment. As soon as you manage to focus your attention and energy on this unknown space beyond the physical world where endless possibilities exist, amazing things can unfold. Think of it like how scientists focused on electrons and discovered they turned into energy and potential when not observed. Similarly, if you shift your focus away from your everyday life or the memories you hold, your life transforms into a realm of possibilities. It's like this. If you concentrate on what you already know, you'll get more of the same. But if you direct your attention to the unknown, you open the door to creating new possibilities. The longer you stay in this field of infinite possibilities as an aware presence in the vast black space, avoiding attention on your body, things, people, places, and time, the more you'll create fresh experiences. It's a kind of law. Investing your energy in the unknown results in new possibilities in your life. When you operate from a higher level of awareness, everything feels more connected. This is the essence of the quantum realm. Synchronicities, serendipities, and coincidences signal that you're actively creating your life. This marks the difference between being a victim of circumstances and being the creator of your own destiny. If the external environment controls your thoughts and emotions, it may feel like you're a victim to those conditions. However, once you recognize that you can change how you respond to things, you break free from that victim mindset. This shift means you no longer belong to the past, but instead belong to the future. Achieving a coherent heart and brain, shifting attention away from the material world, and adopting a divergent focus can lead to a highly organized brain. This synchronization of energy is crucial for achieving what you desire, but maintaining that state is key. Emotions can be incredibly powerful, impacting physical conditions. In challenging circumstances, the choice becomes crucial, and in those tough moments, the choice matters the most.